On the evening of February 15th, 2026, the rolling hills of Fauquier County, Virginia, fell into a rare silence. Inside a 270-year-old Georgian stone farmhouse on 360 acres of farmland, Luciana Duval held her husband's hand as he took his final breath. Robert Duvall, Oscar-winning actor and cinematic icon, passed away at 95. No cameras, no publicists, no Hollywood entourage, just a quiet room, a devoted wife, and the kind of farewell only a master storyteller could design for himself. In death, Duval preserved the dignity he had carefully cultivated throughout his life. The world mourns. News of Robert Duvall's passing spread rapidly, making headlines worldwide within hours. Media outlets everywhere carried the story of the actor whose performances in The Godfather, Apocalypse Now, and countless other films left an indelible mark. But beyond the global recognition, the family issued a statement that surprised many. They requested no formal funeral or star-studded tribute, asking only that people honor Duval by watching a great film, sharing a story with friends, or taking a quiet drive in the countryside. His final wishes reflected a life lived on his own terms, away from Hollywood's constant glare. A fortune without heirs. Though the world mourned, the private reality of Duval's estate was striking. He left behind a fortune estimated between $50 and $70 million, along with sprawling properties and decades of royalties. Yet Duval had no biological children and no direct heirs. Instead, his wealth would pass to a woman he met by chance nearly 30 years earlier in a bakery in Buenos Aires. This unexpected inheritance story, unlike any movie plot, highlighted the actor's unpredictable life. A life shaped not only by fame, but also by remarkable serendipity and personal choice. From Navy brat to drama student, Robert Duvall's journey began far from Hollywood glamour. Born January 5, 1931 in San Diego, California, he was the second of three sons to Rear Admiral William Howard Duval and Mildred Virginia Hart. Military order defined his early years, while his mother's love of acting planted a seed of artistic possibility. Constant moves between Navy bases left young Bobby rootless, a pattern that shaped both his independence and resilience. Struggling academically at Principia College in Illinois, he only survived through drama classes, initially a way to dodge the Korean War draft. Those classes, however, would ignite a lifelong passion for storytelling. Early struggles in New York. After graduating in 1953 and serving a brief stint in the Army, Duval moved to New York City to study at the neighborhood playhouse under Sanford Meisner. His classmates included future legends like Dustin Hoffman, Gene Hackman, and James Caan. Shared poverty and cramped apartments forged deep bonds among these young actors. Duval worked multiple jobs: post office clerk, department store employee, truck driver, while auditioning tirelessly. These years of struggle honed his craft, shaping the subtlety and precision that would define his performances. It was clear even then that Duval's talent would eventually transcend circumstance. A debut to remember, Duval's first screen appearance came in 1962's To Kill a Mockingbird, where he played Boo Radley. His screen time was brief, with minimal dialogue, yet the emotional depth he conveyed left audiences breathless. Director Francis Ford Coppola noticed him immediately, remembering his quiet intensity and understated presence. This performance, almost invisible to the casual viewer, revealed the rare ability Duval had to convey entire worlds of emotion without words. It was a skill that would later define iconic roles and cement his reputation as one of the most compelling actors of his generation. The consigliere of The Godfather. When Coppola cast The Godfather in 1971, studios wanted safe choices, but Coppola insisted on Duval as Tom Hagen, the Corleone family's consigliere. The role paid $36,000, roughly the price of a mid-range car today, but Duval's performance transformed the character into an unforgettable figure of calm authority. Hagen's quiet wisdom, strategic mind, and measured presence made him a linchpin of the story. Audiences connected deeply with his restraint, and critics recognized the subtle mastery in Duval's acting. This performance earned him his first Academy Award nomination, proving that sometimes the most powerful roles are the ones delivered quietly. Rising through Duval. Hollywood Duval reprised his role in The Godfather Part 2 in 1974, earning a larger salary and further critical acclaim. Yet Hollywood's expectations never fully aligned with Duval's personal philosophy. In 1990, when Paramount approached him for The Godfather Part 3, the actor faced choices that would test his values, demonstrating his lifelong tendency to prioritize artistic integrity over fame or fortune. This period highlighted Duval's ability to navigate an industry obsessed with spectacle, all while maintaining a private, grounded life away from the cameras and the chaos of stardom. Life beyond the screen. Despite immense success, Duval preferred simplicity. He chose quiet homes, far from Hollywood, and pursued interests outside the spotlight. Horses grazed outside his Virginia farmhouse, offering a life removed from the constant scrutiny of fans and media. This retreat reflected a consistent pattern in Duval's choices: prioritize presence, authenticity, and personal joy over public recognition. His life serves as a reminder that fame and fortune do not have to dictate one's existence. Meaningful connections and quiet moments can hold equal, if not greater, value. The woman who inherited it. All Duval's fortune ultimately passed to Luciana Pezza, the woman he met in a Buenos Aires bakery decades earlier. Their meeting seemed almost impossibly fortuitous, yet it defined the last chapter of his life. Without children of his own, Duval trusted Luciana to honor his values, his privacy, and his legacy. This act of generosity reflects both the unpredictability and intentionality that shaped Duval's life, underscoring a narrative of love, luck, and trust that Hollywood scripts rarely dare to explore. A legacy of subtlety. Robert Duvall's career is often remembered for its iconic roles, but his true legacy lies in subtlety and restraint. From Boo Radley to Tom Hagen, he taught audiences the power of quiet observation and thoughtful action. His approach to acting and life demonstrates a commitment to craft and character over spectacle and ego. In every performance, Duval revealed the depth of human emotion, proving that sometimes the smallest gestures resonate most profoundly. Living and dying on his own terms, Duval's final years mirrored his philosophy. He passed surrounded by what he loved most: his wife, nature, and the simplicity of life outside Hollywood. His request for no formal funeral reinforced a lifelong resistance to pomp and self-aggrandizement. Even in death, he remained true to himself, offering a model of authenticity rarely seen in the entertainment industry. His life story, full of chance encounters, struggles, triumphs, and quiet victories, remains a testament to living deliberately, creatively, and compassionately. Remembering Robert Duvall. The world may remember Robert Duvall for the roles he played, but those who knew him understood the man behind the legend. He lived with integrity, humility, and a focus on meaningful relationships rather than accolades. Duval's life reminds us that legacy is not measured by wealth or public adoration, but by the impact we leave on those around us and the authenticity with which we live. In honoring him, we honor a life well lived, a career well crafted, and a man who never let the world dictate his story.